If you happen to watch last week's video, you'll know that we completely decked out the kitchen and living room space for the upcoming holiday season. But for today, we are going to be doing the big thing, which is the tree. So I'm gonna go through all of the ways I like to save a lot of money this holiday season. So hopefully you guys can get a lot of great inspiration from this video. Let's go ahead and get started. For many of us, one of the most expensive purchases we will make during the holiday season is a Christmas tree. So Crate and Barrel Pottery Barn have really beautiful trees, but they're oftentimes incredibly expensive. And most of the trees you will find at the thrift store are not going to necessarily give you that high-end look. So you do have to be really selective. Some of the things that I really look for, number one, is how realistic the actual branches look. So as you can see here, not only is this tree incredibly sparse, but also the branches look incredibly fake in comparison to this tree right next to it, which is fuller and more realistic looking and about the same price. So when I found this tree that was 7.5 feet tall, nice and full and very realistic branches for just $40, and on top of that I had a 20% off coupon, bringing the overall cost down to just $32. The only thing that was kind of wrong with this tree was that the previous owners didn't remove the existing lights, and one of the branches from the very bottom was missing. So I just turned that side to the window where no one's going to see it, and then I had to spend a little bit of time here just removing all of these existing lights. With all of the old lights removed, it's just time now to assemble the tree and fluff the tree. So a couple tips: you just want to wear some long sleeves and some gloves so that way you can kind of really get in there. You want to work from inside out, and I personally like to work from top to bottom. But however you choose to do it, just take your time with this step because it will make your tree look that much more full. So after I finished fluffing the tree, I'm running into a little issue. There's basically like no space for any presents to go under the tree. So I saw this hack on TikTok. You could do it one of two ways. The way that I'm gonna show you is with kind of one of those wooden crates that you can pick up at Michael's. I ended up finding mine at the Goodwill bins. So this just gave like a little bit of extra space here. And also it's making your tree look a little bit taller, which I guess is good. I ended up snapping this one with a hammer just so that way the center of the tree would be kind of more secure. Even with the zip ties, I felt like it was still a little bit wobbly. So if that is the case for you, just go ahead and hammer that down and it'll pop right out. I'm gonna just drill a small hole on this side so that way it has, the zip tie has something to kind of click onto, because right now none of my zip ties are long enough and I want it to be like a very secure, like it's still pretty secure right now. Like it's not going anywhere really. It's gonna pull tight on this until it can't get any tighter. That way everybody stays nice and safe. With our tree safe in place, it's time now to add our tree skirt or our tree collar. And I did not have any luck finding any tree collars or really any tree skirts, but one thing I do often find are really beautiful blankets. So when I found this blanket at the Goodwill for just over $4, I thought it was absolutely perfect. As I'm going with a more modern aesthetic, all I'm going to do is just kind of fold it in half and drape it around the bottom. And doing this is really great, especially if you've lifted your tree, because you have a lot more fabric to kind of work with. Another added bonus, if you're tight on space, this blanket can be used in a different way after Christmas is over versus a tree skirt you can really only use for the holiday season. So now that we've got the skirt on, it's time to add our lights. So I ordered these off of Amazon. I can link them for you guys if you like. They were pretty affordable. I ended up getting 2 boxes. And why I got them was like, you can literally, they're LED, 1, 2, they can't break. Like I could step on this and it wouldn't break. And I think that like from a safety perspective is always good, but then also they don't really tangle, which is nice. So we are going to go through this step by step. I'm going to start at the bottom and I'm going to weave each branch kind of individually, just like a pre-lit tree would be lit. Moving along into the ornaments now. So you guys have seen me make so many different types of ornaments that are thrifted or Dollar Tree, but what if your thrift store looks a little something more like this, where everything is super picked over, there's not even any ornaments to choose from? My biggest tip is to start using some household items as ornaments. For example, I found 5 of these little votives at the Goodwill bins. I paid $1.19 for all 5 of them, and I'm just going to flip them upside down because I think this gives almost like a bell shape, but it feels very modern, which is again, more towards the aesthetic that I am going for. So I'm going to add an ornament hook that I had on hand from other ornaments that I'm not using this year. I'm going to simply just trim down that wire that's on the inside so these can adhere to the bottom of these votives really well, just taking some little pliers or wire cutters and snipping those off and adding a heaping amount of super glue gel and hot glue in order for these to stay in place all season long. Wait for the super glue gel to cure and add some twine, some pretty ribbon that you have on hand. And this is just one of many examples of taking something that is not originally an ornament. These are tea light votive candle holders, and turning them into something that can be really beautiful and special for your Christmas tree. If you're not really crazy for the mercury glass idea, another item that I often see at the thrift store that you could use are these, and they're usually really affordable. I paid less than $1 for all 3 of these. I think these would work better in a more kind of vintage, glam, or traditional tree. So this is another option for you guys to try. Another idea is to take some of these little mirrors. I see these all the time at the thrift store, and just simply remove the mirror part. And you can always save it for later, so that way you can maybe put this up when Christmas is over, but it makes for a really beautiful, large scale, substantial ornament that is of a different shape, but it was so affordable because it was thrifted and then repurposed. For another kind of household item that you might have already are balloons. And I showed you guys this last year where you can just basically replace an existing ornament that you have, kind of cut the top of the balloon off, slide it on your old ornament, and then just add some pretty ribbon. And you can continually change the theme of your tree by doing this really inexpensive hack. The other hack, and I would use this hack very sparingly, is to blow up the balloon to be about like no bigger than 6 inches, okay? So something about this size, and obviously the more sphere shaped you can get it to look, the better the result will be. So I wouldn't use this maybe more than like 4 times in your tree, because I think this can go really cheap and cheesy really quickly. Use it with caution, but I do think there's a time and a place to use it. So for example, there's this gap here. I don't want to take up so much of my storage with ornaments that are this size, because these take up a lot of space. So if you are in a tight space and you just don't have a lot of storage for like holiday decor, this is a really good hack for you to kind of keep in your back pocket. And beyond the storage, another reason I really like this hack is because it is a safe kind of ornament option, and it's going to again occupy a lot of that space, so you never want to see that middle part of the tree like I can see right now. So I'm just going to tuck that back in there, and it just kind of looks like a big ornament. As long as you're sticking with a balloon color that fits in with your color palette or color scheme for the season, I think it will work out really well. Some other ideas would be to take maybe some cookie cutters for Christmas, or a mini clock, a mini wreath, a small picture frame at the thrift store. Just add a hook and some ribbon, and you can transform something that cost maybe $1 or $2 into a really beautiful and sentimental ornament. In my last video, some of you were asking, in place of styrofoam balls that you might not find at your thrift store like I did, or a sweater, what could you use for the inside of these ornaments instead? So my best advice would be to check the toy area of your thrift store as well as kind of like the sports goods, and that might work well for a project like this one. Another substitute some of you were asking about was for this acorn ornament that I made using Easter eggs. If you don't have Easter eggs, an even maybe more free option would be to take an egg carton and just kind of cut the bottoms out, so that way it can kind of hook on to the pine cone. Another household item that you might have or usually can find at the thrift store for pretty inexpensively are Christmas mugs. So simply by adding some pretty ribbon, you have a kind of different shaped ornament that was so cost effective. If you are someone that happens to have a lot of kind of smaller ornaments that are all kind of the same size like these ones, making them into kind of one cluster ornament is going to help you with these kind of gaps. So you can see this black hole here. If I just had one of these ornaments, it's not going to fill that spot. So if I put 3 of these together, then it creates a lot more volume, and that's going to occupy that space so much better and make the tree just feel that much more filled in. So as you can see here, now that gap is kind of filled in, and I'm just going to kind of take that wire and wrap it around this branch back here. Another thing you should check your stash for and your thrift store are for floral picks and stems, because this is another really great way to fill in those tree gaps, but it is usually really budget friendly, especially if it's full like this and you can split it up. This will occupy a lot of space on a budget. And last but not least, ribbon, ribbon, ribbon. If you find good quality ribbon at your thrift store, it's usually really affordable and you can use it in so many different ways. So one thing I've been seeing so many high-end designers doing is just tying it in a little slouchy bow, adding an ornament hook to the back, and adding it to the tree just as so. Another thing that I've done for years, and I know my mom did it as well, is to take kind of the thicker wired ribbon and to kind of coil it around. Now this does not have a wire, so I'm just going to add again some ornament hooks to keep it in place. So again, it just fills in those big gaps in the tree, but so affordably. And that really wraps it up for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If nothing else, I hope that this just inspired you guys to think outside of the box and just prove to you yet again that it does not have to cost a lot of money to have a beautiful home for the holiday season. With that being said, I hope everyone has an amazing week. Bye for now.